Welcome back to Alien Eyes Photos Industry Talk. Yes, it's a beautiful day. I'm finally catching up with Rest. Oh, I'm getting a retwist, so that means something special might be going on. As you can hear in the background, the clips, the combs, the hair management, the sprays, and now we're about to add good conversation. And I'm here with Khayla Monique. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hey, everybody. It is your girl, Khayla Monique, a.k.a. the Unshatter'd Adoptee.
Yes, Unshatter'd Adoptee. What does that mean to you?
What does that mean to me? Okay. So when I think of Unshatter'd Adoptee, I think of glass. Now, but when I think of the glass, how sometimes glass can have cracks in it but still take up space.
Ooh.
The visual, like maybe a bus stop, that glass is shattered but it still takes up space. Other glass can shatter and actually fall and crumble to the ground.
True.
I like to believe that me and my tribe, other adoptees, other individuals affected by foster care, teen pregnancy, we are all unshattered because we're still standing here today. I'm still standing here today. I have some cracks, but that's okay. And that makes me unique. So I'm still here today. So when I say be unshattered, that's exactly what I mean, because everybody has some cracks. Everybody has a few stains from something that they've been through in life. But you're still here, so you are unshattered, just like I am unshattered. So that's what Unshattered Adoptee stands for.
Wow, that's truly powerful and also motivating. You know, especially for other people that may be going through similar things.
Absolutely, for sure.
So I would say, is that your line of work?
Yes. So both personally and professionally. So I am currently a youth behavioral health specialist with Ohio Guidestone here in Cleveland, working with youth ages 6 to 18. And then on the personal side, that's kind of what my new podcast is going to be about. Being able to take that time to pour into the youth, but also adults affected by foster care and adoption, since now I am an adult. So I'm able to empathize with what it is to be an adult as an adoptee and some of the struggles that we may go through as adults. So yes, personally, I'm starting my podcast to help individuals affected by foster care and adoption and mental health. And then professionally, I work with the youth as a behavioral health specialist. So yeah, that's my line of work.
That's purpose for sure. Did you say podcast?
I did say podcast.
And for the people listening in, what's the name of your podcast?
So the name of my podcast is Unshatter'd Adoptee Podcast. That is coming this April, so please stay tuned.
Okay. April.
Yes, Aries season.
Gotta rep it, Aries.
Yes, period. Big Aries.
Yeah, so the time of this recording, by the time it's released, people should be able to find it. So definitely check it out. If it's gonna be everywhere, I don't wanna.
Well, to start off, it's gonna be on IG. At Unshattered_Adoptee, as well as my personal page at Miss_Khayla with 2 A's. And future plans are to have it on Apple and Spotify, but you'll also be able to see it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get you there.
For sure.
We're gonna get that happen. And can you spell it out for the individuals?
So, what did you want me to spell out?
The Unshattered, just for the
Unshattered? Perfect.
Because people may be driving or.
You're absolutely right. So Unshattered is spelled UNSHATTERD. Okay, again, that's UNSHATTERD. Unshattered Adoptee.
Yes, and it will also be in the show notes. So
yes,
check out the show notes.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you had a chance of coming to actually podcast workshop that I was presenting at. Yes, you want to talk a little bit about your experience?
I do. So first off, it was an amazing experience.
Thank you.
I definitely want to say that. Just the knowledge that you guys shared, and then being able to film my trailer, which you guys have already seen on my platforms on Instagram.
Yes.
And yes, Alien Eyez took care of that for me. So shout out to him. Absolutely love the trailer. So yes, I went to the event. And the funny thing is, I wasn't sure if I was going to come.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's crazy you say that because last minute we were thinking about canceling.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we stuck through and you stuck through, so.
Confirmation right there.
Yeah, we just got to make it happen. You know, you may feel those, you know, like you said, you might have these stains, you may be battered and bruised, but you still got to push through.
Come on now.
You know, I'm tired most of the days. People don't know that, but
Yeah.
I still push through.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So you got to.
And that was definitely me that day. Like most of us do, we'll have a plan, but sometimes the day just takes a completely different direction. And that's what it was for me that day. By the time I was getting ready to come to you guys, I was already an hour late. So in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been doing hair all day. I'm not dressed the way I want to be dressed. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to go. But last minute, I kind of gave myself that push, which I encourage everybody to do. Even if you don't feel like you want to, but you know it's something that's going to elevate you personally on your self-discovery journey, do it. And that's literally what I did. Like I said, I was an hour late. I wasn't dressed the way I wanted to be dressed, but I showed up for myself. And I'm so glad that I did because I got to network with individuals. I got to meet some amazing people. And again, I got an amazing trailer.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I could have easily said, no, I'm not ready. I don't want to do it. But no, I trusted myself. I trusted my voice, which is also something that Unshatter'd Adoptee represents. Using your voice. Because as adoptees, sometimes we feel like our voices don't have power or fear of, you know, rubbing somebody the wrong way, you know, and I've come to a place where my voice is one of my biggest gifts, being able to use my voice. And then I hear other people say, wow, the way you use your voice. I'm so glad you use your voice. You know what I mean? So show up for yourself. Even if it scares you, even if it's not going perfect the way that you expect it to go, you never know what reward you're going to receive at the end of showing up for yourself.
That's amazing. And as you say that and you say use your voice, and words are powerful, so definitely be conscious of the words you speak.
Yes.
But did you have one of those teachers growing up like, you know, you talk too much, or your voice, your mouth gonna get you in trouble? Did you have one of those teachers growing up?
I absolutely did. I feel like every year through elementary school, I was always getting that on my behavior charts, on my report card. Oh, great student, but just a little too talkative. Yeah. You know, and then fast forward when I worked in the medical field. Sometimes the doctors would have to tell me, hey, Khayla, can you keep it down? You're a little too loud in there. And the funny thing is, at times, at first when I would hear that, it made me want to be more quiet, you know, but as time has gone on and I've been doing different opportunities where I use my voice, I now understand that those people who thought that I was too loud or I talked too much, they weren't the ones meant to hear me. My voice is loud because my voice is meant to project. It's meant to touch other people. And I can't do that with a timid, shy little voice. No. My voice needs to carry, it needs to have confidence, and it needs to be powerful. Wow. You know what I mean? Just the same way music and the sound of music can affect your spirit and how you feel, someone's voice and tone can do the same. I'm sure everybody's heard that saying, it's not what you say, but how you say it. Wow. You know what I mean? And that's that for me. My voice carries and it's loud because I have a message that I'm meant to share. You know what I mean? So definitely. For sure.
Message to millions for the millions. And it kind of reminds me of like more dynamic speakers like Les Brown, and you know.
Oh my gosh, love Les Brown.
Yeah. When he said, I forgot how much he said he makes an hour just for speaking engagement. It's I think like 500,000 for 2 hours.
Come on.
Just for using his voice and speaking. So,
and not to give too much details or anything like that, but one of my speaking opportunities, and I can share this now because I manifested it. Yes. But some years back, maybe 2018, 2019, I was in a space where, you know, affirmations, just saying what I wanted to manifest, and I would say, hey, I make X amount of money as a speaker. And I kept saying that, kept saying that, kept saying that. And one particular speaking opportunity where being paid and all that was not discussed. They just wanted me to be a part of their event. And I was just grateful to be a part of their event, that they saw me and recognized me. And I got a card, didn't open it right away. It was maybe 2 hours after the event. When I opened that card, the exact amount that I had been manifesting and saying that I wanted to make as a speaker, that's how much they paid me.
What?
So that right there can show you how powerful your mind and your words are. If you really want something, speak it. Speak it over your life and believe it. That's the biggest part.
You said that was your first time speaking?
One of my first speaking opportunities, yes. And prior to that, I was already in the zone of, you know, manifesting, thinking about what type of life I wanted to have, where I really wanted to be, you know, and that's how speaking came about. That's something that comes naturally to me. It's easy. It doesn't feel like work. And I love to see how my voice can change somebody's spirit or their confidence within themselves, which is what I see working with my youth. Some of the things that I say to them, and you see that light bulb go off, that light pop up in their eyes, it's such an amazing and fulfilling feeling to have. You know what I mean? And that's why now I'm so much more confident to use my voice. I'm not as shaky when I'm talking. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking right now, and I feel completely purpose-filled, right where I'm supposed to be, using my voice, what God gave me, along with the obstacles that I overcame. That's where your purpose meets. Where your natural gifts and the struggles that you have overcame, where they intersect, that's your purpose. That's your purpose. And my purpose is my voice. And I'm so grateful to have my voice.
Yes, that's amazing. And
absolutely.
You said they slid you a little envelope after the fact, huh?
Yes! Like, what? Like, oh my gosh, I wasn't, and that just shows when you're doing something with a pure heart too. You know what I mean? You were just, I just was doing it because I wanted to do it. I wanted to speak, wanted to share my story.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't expecting anything in return. But usually when you're obedient, don't want to get too religious or spiritual or anything, but when you're obedient to a higher power, you're going to be rewarded.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes, you know? So step outside your comfort zone, guys. Anybody, even if you're not adopted, this does not only resonate with adoptees, someone affected by foster care. Everyone has their own personal struggles and their own personal stories that may at times make them feel weighed down, make them feel like they are shattering, but you're not. If you're listening to this right now, you still have purpose.
Yeah.
You are unshattered.
That's right.
And you're here for a reason. Something brought you here to listen to this conversation today. So take what resonates with you and do what you feel, but trust yourself.
Trust yourself.
Trust yourself.
Going back to you know, that being your first time speaking. I won't say your first time speaking, but almost like you starting your speaking career.
Yes.
How much they pay you? You know, I'm just playing. You don't gotta say the number, but like just have it in your head and just think about like a year from now, 2 years from now. You know that number is going to increase.
Come on now.
What do you think that number will be just a year from now?
Ooh, I feel like a year from now, just because I'm so more confident in what I do. I feel like what I got paid that first time, in a year from now, it would probably increase by $200-$300 for sure. That's what I see, for sure. Without giving a specific number, but just knowing what I did make and how scared I was. You know, like I got to put that out there. I was scared. I was sweating bullets. Okay. So to even be compensated when I felt like I didn't do a good enough job, and now as you guys can hear me now and there's no shaking in my voice, that's why I say my pay as a speaker, I can see it increasing by at least $300. You know what I mean?
We're going to add
just
another zero.
Because,
we're going to add another zero.
Absolutely. Another zero. Okay, I like that. I like that. Making 4 digits, okay? For speaking, for just using my voice and pouring into individuals. I like that, yeah. We're going to be making 4-digit 4-digit income as a speaker.
Minimum. That's minimum.
Come on now, y'all. Y'all hear him dropping gems right here?
And
Definitely. Yes. Bringing it into fruition. 4 digits.
Yeah.
And even more, like you said. Abundance.
Actually have episode 2. I think I spoke on abundance mindset. I think that's episode 2. Okay. But yeah, it's the abundance mindset.
More confirmation for you.
Yes. And like I'm speaking, I'm getting more into the speaking arena. So yeah, definitely we're gonna add another 0 and like you said, a year from now.
Yes.
At the beginning
of the
year, it may be like you said at 3, but by the end of the year, it's gonna be another 0. Man.
I love it. Absolutely, I'm claiming it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm claiming because it's already happened, so I know it can happen again.
Yeah.
That faith is just stronger. Faith of a mustard seed, guys.
Ooh.
Faith of a mustard seed.
Oh yeah, and like, I work with a lot of creative entrepreneurs or just creatives, and then also those that's just entrepreneurs. But I love the creative entrepreneurs where they're creative and they're both an entrepreneur. Which I am, coming from an artist background with music, poetry, photography, being an entrepreneur also, which all my life, like I say, I was an entrepreneur, or I had that entrepreneur mindset. So I love working with creative entrepreneurs, and like the biggest thing I tell them, the better you do, your value increase. And like you said, you being unshattered, the glass, it might have some bumps in the road, but that's like practice. It's like, it's life in that, and it's unshattered. So, it's still functional. It's still doing what it needs to do.
Yes.
So, your value will definitely increase, and there's always times where the unshattered can be fixed.
Ooh, I like that. Yes.
So,
yes.
Turn it into art. How can your shatteredness be art? Be beautiful, to others. So, yeah, we're gonna add another 0, and then after that, another 0. Like, compounding as the years go on.
Yes, just constantly growing, and I definitely agree with that 100%. That's literally where I am. I just want to keep elevating, just keep getting better at my craft. Just the amount of people that I'm able to reach, that increasing. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to. I want people to be able to be where I am today, because back in 2018, which was like one of my lowest points, and I always think of a phoenix rising at that point, because when you're so low but you're still here, the only other place you can go is up. Woo. And for me, you know what I mean? It was just like, I was at a point where I just want to feel happy. I don't remember what it feels like to be happy. Wow. And fast forward maybe a year or so of consistently putting in that work, consistently loving on me, tapping into who Khayla was and nurturing myself. I literally remember it like it was just yesterday, in my car, on the freeway, and literally crying tears of joy because I felt that happiness again creeping up inside of me. Wow. You know what I mean? Like, you deserve to be where I am and be happy, and I'm proof that it can be done. 2-time teen mom, 2 evictions. I've been fired from a job. I've had to move back home with my mom. You know what I mean? I've had to kind of literally restart and be humble. But with me doing that, I picked myself back up. And each day is getting greater and greater. Do I have my bad days? Yes. But here's the difference. How anxiety had control of me, and the things that were going wrong in my life had control of me, it's the opposite now. I have control over it. I have control over my anxiety. I have control over my depression. I have control over how my day is going to go. And I don't sit in those feelings. That's what I was doing before. I would just sit and wallow in just negativity and just being unhappy. Now I allow myself to feel it because that's healthy. I'm human. I'm going to feel things, but I don't stay in it.
No. No, go ahead.
No, because I feel like everybody deserves to feel that, who may be struggling through something. There is a way out.
Always a way out, yeah. I was gonna say, what are like some actionable steps for someone that's struggling to gain that control or take control of the wheel versus being in a self-driving car?
Okay. So, like, I know a lot of people have probably heard it all starts in your mind, and that sounds cliche, but it's really, really true. What you focus on, you bring about.
One more time.
What you focus on, you bring about. So if you're constantly focusing on what's going wrong in your life, you're going to get more of what's going wrong. That's just how it works. So for me, what I would do is, and I literally did this for 60 days straight, just to help my mind start to focus on the good and not so much the bad, I would say a gratitude journal. If you don't like to write, pick your phone up and record yourself saying it. Being grateful for whatever it is you have right now. And as you continue to be grateful for what you have, and it's such an easy step. You know what I mean? If you're not somebody who wants to get up and go do yoga or, you know, do all these things that require energy, because 9 times out of 10, your energy is low because you're feeling so down. So the easiest thing that I would do is say, listen to positive affirmations on YouTube, because all you have to do is type it in. You just have to listen. And the second thing is gratitude journaling. Those 2 steps are probably the easiest steps that I can give somebody to start their healing journey now without having to feel like they have to have themselves completely together. You know, some of you guys are probably sleeping the days away because you're depressed, you're down. But if you literally just say, I'm grateful that I woke up. I'm grateful that I can see. I'm grateful that I can hear. I'm grateful that I can taste food. You know, all of those things are something to be grateful for because there's somebody who doesn't have it and wishes that they do.
Wow.
So even if you can't find anything to be grateful for, because I notice that's what some people struggle with, finding something to be grateful for, just be grateful that you woke up, that you're given another chance to restart. Each day is another day to restart. That's how you need to look at each day. It's another day for me to be better and restart. You didn't do good Monday on your affirmations and gratitude, start it again Tuesday. And like I heard in the workshop for podcasting, repetition is going to lead to that confidence. And it's also going to lead to growth and change that you can actually see. And I'm saying this because I actually did it. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I didn't do. It makes no sense. I'm here to empathize, not just sympathize.
Woo.
So again, that's what I started to help me. Even changing the screensaver on your phone, because we're 99% of the time we are on our phone trying to be distracted or whatever the case may be. Change your wallpaper, change your screensaver to a positive affirmation. You know, so every time you pick up that phone, your mind is being programmed by you seeing that, and you're gonna see the change. True. It's inevitable. It's just like gravity. Just like gravity. Like, there's no way, if you really put in the work and you really believe in it, there's no way you're not going to start to see results. So that's where I would start. Affirmation videos on YouTube and gratitude journaling, whether you write it out or you record yourself on your phone.
Now, I gotta kind of plug myself too, and you speak a lot about self-love. Yes. I used to call myself a self-love advocate. I still am, but I don't focus too much in that space as much as I should. So I kind of took the label off unless we have like personal conversations. But also, like, I have affirmations, and like I started linking it in my podcast episodes, and that's Alien Affirmations 1, 2, 3. Alien Affirmations 1, 2, 3 by Alien I Player. And it's an 8-minute track, a good track, and I'm not like, I don't want to say sugarcoating, but it's not that fluffy like, I am great. I can do anything. Those are great, but I want to go more deep into your soul with these affirmations. And that's why they're alien, because they're out of this world.
Okay, now. Fire. I like that.
Thank you. So you speak about every day is almost like a blank canvas, starting fresh. I think every painting or every art that you do is not going to be, you know, your best work or, you know, to your satisfaction, but it's still a representation of you in some way, shape, or form, especially in this moment of life. And I know we kind of spoke before the recording just about me being a photographer and my history about photography. And each day is even kind of different. Like, you know, I don't have like my childhood hospital, my childhood home, it's gone. I don't have pictures of that, and that kind of testify, my journey of me becoming a photographer, because I'm a historian and a documentation of these things that sometimes no longer exist, or we can see the transformation. And a lot of people do their before and after when they're, body weight challenges, diet challenges. This is what I look like before. Dang, this looks what I look like now. And if you don't see that change, then you're not doing the inner work. Ooh. So you should be able to see that physical change within a picture. Yes. That's just for that example, but think about that with all things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you touched on some great points, and I'm gonna have to get a gratitude journal. Do you sell those, by the way?
I do not, but
not
hey,
yet,
you dropping some gems. Not yet. I like that, definitely.
Gotcha.
Be on the lookout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For sure. But yes, I would definitely encourage you to do that. Anybody, even if you're already in a good space, what's wrong with making your life a little bit better? Mm-hmm. I feel like we just get into a place, of the mundane and just doing the day to day, and it's just very easy to get thrown into just that negativity and just trying to figure out, well, what can I do to fix this, and mm-hmm. Just be and realizing that it's just so simple as to what you say and what you focus on. It's not as hard as we make it. You know what I mean? Yes, everything takes time, but anything worth having is going to take a little bit longer. And when you guys are embarking on this journey, wherever you may be, whether it's self-love, whether it's self-discovery, or just healing, take a minute to think about how much grace we give to other people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? How we're so easy to understand what they're going through and can pour into them and tell them to do X, Y, and Z. But for some reason, we can't take our own advice.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And that's just basically when I wouldn't be able to get people to see the same energy that we so easily give away to others. Let's start being intentional and giving that to ourselves, because clearly we see how it makes other people feel. We're lifting them up. Why do we feel like we can't lift ourselves up? We have to wait for somebody else to do it. No, clearly we have it in us that we can pour into somebody else. We just need to understand that we're worthy of that too. It doesn't have to be somebody else pouring into us, because we know how to properly love ourselves. Mm-hmm. And it's our job to teach people how to treat us properly and love us properly. Yeah. So you got to start with loving yourself. How can you teach somebody how to love you or respect you when you don't even know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Going back to that self-love, like even when I used to be an unlicensed therapist for couples dealing with hardship or even, tough times, being their coach and mentor in that aspect. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you have to love yourself before you could love someone else.
Yes.
Like you literally giving, the blueprint by living yourself. Like, this is how I want to be loved. This is how I accept love. And, it's the blueprint for other people. So yeah, it's important. Like,
man.
I take time even when I wake up,
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people they be all on their phone and
Mm-hmm.
go through the apps and before they brush their teeth. Trust me, I have days like that too.
Yes. We're all guilty.
Yeah. But yeah, just having that quiet moment to myself, collecting my thoughts and how I want the day, the week to kind of pan out,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm about to do today, like, okay, all right, and then, get myself ready. And like I usually start with a bowl of oatmeal. I didn't get my oatmeal today, but usually start with a bowl of oatmeal. It's a good meal, and a good fiber and it's filling. Mm-hmm. And it's a healthy alternative as far as breakfast, and it's quick. But yeah, that's kind of like my routine. Slowly creep into my day. I know a lot of people, they work 9 to 5s, and they jump into work, almost the first thing. So you think about if you're late, you're rushing and like, oh. So think about your day starting like that and then setting the tone for the rest of the day. And like, before I dove deep in my entrepreneur journey, I'm only doing, third shift night because I really want to live out my day, do whatever I want in the day, work on my business. If I want to attend my kids, nephew, basketball game or sports event or whatever it may be, I could do that and then still go to work. Because it's like the last thing I think about and the last thing I want to do in my life, not the first thing. So.
Okay, I like that. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it for sure. And do you feel like that's been helping you?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Like even like yesterday, like I was able to, go to a baby shower and attend different events and still, get work.
Nice. So, nice. I love that.
Sometimes for some people, just starting off, it could be draining, especially if you're not used to it or finding that flow. But once you find that flow, it is golden. Trust me, it is golden. It's not for everyone.
You dropping gems.
It's not for everyone, though, and I understand being a single parent, but it also could be a benefit if you have that support system. So, find out what works for you. Maybe it's in the middle of the day, doing work in the middle of the day, but especially those that have, 9 to 5 and jobs, careers that start very early, like 6, 7 a.m. That could be tough for a lot of people, especially on a regular basis. So you just got to find out what works for you, and not a gratitude journal, but just a personal journal of like, how do I want my life to look, and how do I want my life to flow? How do I want my life to be structured? I think it's also important. Like, really spend time with yourself. I speak with a lot of people and they be like, oh, I can't do this by myself. I don't want to be by myself. People have a hard time being with themselves, sitting with themselves. I honestly love it. Like, it's another, I'm my own best friend. I'm my own coach. I'm my own motivational speaker. Like, it all starts with me first.
Absolutely.
Man, that was a mouthful. You spoke about self-love. I had to pitch in.
Absolutely. And honestly, I like that you did tap into that, because with you being a man, you know what I mean? Sometimes they can kind of be like, it could be different stereotypes or this and that. And me being a boy mom specifically, I'm very big on instilling that in them. Yes, you may be a man, you know what I mean, but you're still human at the end of the day. If you need to let some tears out and you don't want somebody to see you, go in the bathroom, close your door, whatever you got to do, but don't hold it in. Don't try to be so tough just because you're a man. So I feel like you talking about self-love as a man is so important, especially our Black men. Like, yes, love yourselves. You are so worthy of it. 100%. So you touching on that is beautiful, because more men need to hear that for sure.
And now, like the workshops and stuff that you attend, and also the speaking events that you're booked for, is it more of a ratio of more men than women, or more women than men?
I can honestly say the speaking events that I have done have been more women than men, and that's kind of why when I say I want to work with adults and youth, that's not, you don't hear me say adult women or adult men. No, it's all inclusive, which is also why when you hear my trailer and I say it's where family and community goes hand in hand, I really mean that when I say family. You know what I mean? That non-judgment and everything like that. So hopefully over time, and especially with me being a boy mom and having, male guests on my show sharing their stories, I'm hoping that can expand a little bit better, to where if I am putting together an event, I'm seeing at least maybe an equal amount of men and women showing up. Because it's not just for women. Right. Everybody needs self-love and healing, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman. And I think if we could just get out of that mindset, it'd be so much easier. So I think us talking about this is a great thing.
Definitely. You used to be a rapper?
Did I used to be a rapper?
Yeah.
I didn't. What made you say that?
Well, it's not just for women. It's for self-love and healing. I'm like, okay. All right. Got the bars from.
Hey, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Let's go.
That's actually a running joke on this podcast.
Really?
Me being a former poet or former performing poet.
Okay.
Always kind of hint on that, like, oh, I'm gonna spit a rap for you. I'm gonna spit a poem for you. One of these days. One of these episodes.
Yes. I would love to hear one of your poems or raps for sure. Bring it back for us one time.
Bring it back? Oh,
bring it back one time.
Let me see. I think one of my staple poems is called Frequency. I'm gonna give y'all a snippet because I do wanna Actually, I think I have it on one of my other episodes under meditation. Episode 10, I believe. Yeah, episode 10. I haven't released it yet, but yeah, episode 10.
Okay.
I'm going to weave it in. But I'm going to give y'all a snippet if y'all haven't tuned in. Frequency. Frequency is what you frequently see. Words and vibrations inside of me. Whew, it's been a minute. Let me recollect my thoughts for a minute.
Wait, that was already sounding nice though. That was sounding real nice.
Yeah, it gets deep.
It sounds like it's gonna get deep for sure.
It's oh my goodness, it's been a minute since I performed live, just performing in general.
Okay, is that something you want to get back into?
No, I retired. I hung it up. People ask me that all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would do it for like more marketing purposes, more for corporations and brands. If I shoot a commercial, I could kind of develop something for them. But like actively putting out music and performing, like I'm always a recording artist. I'm always
yes.
But as far as performing and being a video, no.
That's okay. That's okay. We evolved. That just shows that you've evolved.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
All right, I kind of got my thoughts together. How to pull it up though.
Okay.
I'm gonna give y'all a snippet. It's a short poem anyway, but I'm gonna give y'all a snippet of the shortness, but good. Frequency. Your frequency is what you frequently see. Vibrations all in the universe and also inside of me. Alien to the world society. Shooting stars consciously, righteously, until every dust particle unites in me. Sparkling. Like water, wine, and jewelry, I shine brighter than my time of infinity. Living see, speckles around my eyes, this vicinity. Vividly, femininity, raise my higher divinity. Sacred trinity, reflects my divine masculinity. Fought in the trenches, relentless, lost my human mind to gain my spiritual senses. Defenseless, elevation.
See, you ain't shy, you can talk. Look at you.
Through focus and meditation. Yeah, so that's just a snippet of frequency.
Nah, I like it.
Thank you.
Again, art school, so we had creative writing too. So, man, it's amazing.
And with your art school, what did you take up? What was your profession?
I was a dance major from 6th through 12th grade.
What type of dancing? It was more theatrical or more like hip hop?
So we primarily focus on ballet and modern.
Okay.
Those were our main focuses. And then when we have performances, we would do like praise dancing. Like we had towards like around Christmas time, we would do like Coming of the King. So we would do dances like Wade in the Water, different things like that. Really get the crowd moving. But some other forms of dancing that we did a little bit was tap dancing. I would love to get back into tap dancing just because we didn't do it that long, but I absolutely loved it. Loved it. So dance now for me, since I'm not doing it professionally, is like my creative outlet. Just like with hair, because I love doing hair. I'm licensed going on 15 years, but it's not my main focus. And that's okay. You know what I mean? It's like my creativity, and I love it.
Yeah, I want to speak on that too, but let's jump right into it actually. So, with hair, you said 15 years. What are some of the trends from when you first started versus like now?
I could say, what's something that we don't? A little bit, we kind of did like the whole little body wraps, like the curls on the top. We did that a little bit. Not really doing that anymore. There's so many things. I can't think of one thing, to be completely honest, of what we did back then that's changed now. Like the way we do quick weaves or, actually, with COVID, that's what I can say. The fact that cosmetologists, beauty professionals, we're able to make money in different ways other than being directly with a client. Digital products, like classes. Say if you're somebody who's really good at hair cutting, putting together a video and reselling it, making that passive income. So being able to create classes, and I will say that it's a lot with saying that it's a lot easier to get from behind the chair and pivot into something else. Whereas back then, nobody really talked about retirement plans. You know what I mean? 401ks for, cosmetologists. That's something that wasn't really talked about. And now, after COVID, I can say that's definitely a big topic that comes up. How can you protect yourself as a hairstylist? How can you retire from the industry if you want to retire and not be broke? You know what I mean? So I would say that's the biggest change. Not so much with the hair, because it kind of comes back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any like products from back then that used to be big and major that a lot of people don't use now, or even some products or even tools that you use?
Oh, tools for sure. Okay. They were already going out like the old school Marcel's. To do those small curls and everything like that. Like everybody now is using the mini flat irons for that. Okay. Nobody really uses. Now, some of our like my kids, Gigi, she's an older hairstylist and she still uses the Marcel's, but she's still able to do what's current as well. So I would say sometimes people can kind of elevate with the times as, things change, but definitely the Marcel's aren't as common as they used to be.
Okay.
More electric tools.
Now, with my background and being in media, especially like video production, everybody's on social media and has a web page. How has media from back then affected the industry?
Oh my goodness. I feel like it has affected the industry in such a good way. I mean, it has its pros, it has its cons, but more so in a good way because we're able to reach so much more people. And now we have the trend where some stylists are bi-coastal, meaning, okay, they do hair in Cleveland, but they're also doing hair in Georgia or Vegas. And again, that's another extra stream of income because if you're traveling, you know what I mean? You got to add on that little extra thing. So social media has made it possible to be able to get your name out there more, to celebrities, gaining, celebrity clients, which I know some stylists are into as well because you have social media. You get what I'm saying? So those celebrities can see it. You can tag them in your post so that they can see it. So social media has really, really changed the beauty industry in a good way for sure because you're able to get more visual and to reach more people to expand your brand with it instead of it just being local to your city.
Yeah. So I had this friend, right? His name is Steven. He's an event photographer. He spoke on, what was that, bi-coastal?
Bi-coastal, yes.
How can someone in the media industry be bi-coastal?
Bi-coastal? So honestly, if you're working with an artist who's like in, we'll just say Georgia again, and you end up, they like your work, you come down there, say maybe one time, shoot a video, do whatever you want to do for them. Like, oh my gosh, I really like your work. Like, I want to keep working for you. They're going to invest in you. They're going to invest in that time for you to be able to come back once a month, once every 3 months, whatever their business plan is set up to be. Then you're bi-coastal and then word of mouth. So pretty sure that client that you're working with in Georgia is going to tell somebody else. And then word of mouth, and then your clientele is going to start to grow and get bigger in that other state, while you've already built a clientele here in Cleveland. So that's one of the ways that you could possibly do that. Work with a client out of state, let them see your work. You know what I mean? And then they hire you on like, man, I don't want nobody else. I want you. And I'm willing to pay you to come from Cleveland to Georgia to do my photography.
That's actually ironic you say that because actually one of my business partners, he been in the media industry for, visual media industry for 10 years.
Okay.
And he recently expanded to Atlanta specifically last year. So it's crazy how you say Georgia because, I'm joking, but, it's actually on the radar. And I don't know if you heard of the podcast summit.
Yes, I have, and I really want to go.
Yeah, me and the team, we went last year, and it was amazing.
I heard so many great things about that event. So because I'm doing what I'm doing now and I really want to see it expand and go somewhere, now that I'm really serious, I would love to be able to go to the summit this year for sure.
Definitely. I think he just released the date, so I will I'll send it to you too,
Please do. Thank you.
We elevate,
Thank you. And now you got a fresh head of retwisted locks. Looking real nice and fresh. Period. So you can walk out there.
Oh, we about to walk.
Look like that businessman, pass out some business cards. You know what I mean?
knock on some doors and some...
Absolutely, for sure. Ain't nothing wrong with the flyers like they used to do back in the day on the windshields. Put your flyers right there when you come out the club.
Yeah. So how are stylists? Is it called stylist or?
Yes, you could say hairstylist. Cosmetologist is just basically meaning that you studied hair, skin, and nails in school. So like an esthetician.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, I focus just on hair, so you could say hairstylist. You're fine.
As far as marketing, what are some, because you spoke about business cards, what are some ways other than social media that are, ways of them marketing themselves and getting out?
So one of the things that I definitely did, I did vending events. And yes, vending events, I would have my business cards, but I would also have flyers with like different hairstyles that I offer just so they can see my work. And even just as you you're out and about, say you're at the mall, have your business cards and flyers with you. Even if somebody says, hey, I'm not looking for a stylist right now, at least you're able to give that flyer to them. They can pass it along to somebody else who needs it. And I would say one other way that my kids Gigi taught me, and I love it, she would do a deal where if you bring her 3 new clients, your next service will be completely free. And that's another great way.
That's amazing. And a lot of people don't. Like I was speaking with someone, like you should have a referral system. Like it's easy. It's less work from you, and you also getting, promotion from it.
Yes.
Bringing in new clients. It's saving you time. And like, who better else? I mean, kind of like even how we met through a, mutual person.
Exactly.
It kind of speeds up that time, or like, and we instantly click, and I told you we're going to be working together, and I love what you're doing, the important work,
thank you.
And even your story, it intrigues me, and like, the youth particularly, they need people like you.
Absolutely. And I feel like the younger you are when you start learning how to love yourself, the better. Oh my goodness. Like I wish I would have learned it sooner, but I was about 29 when I started my journey, so I was still fairly young. Yeah. But I just I feel like if I would have known it maybe in my teens and it was actually introduced to me, it probably would have, stopped maybe me being a teen mom and different things like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely for sure. We need it.
Yeah, excuse you. We on a location in this trash day, so if you hear it in the background, just know they're collecting the trash, doing their job. So I appreciate them. Yeah.
Thank you, City of Cleveland.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you. We recognize you.
Right. Keep it clean.
That's the multi-million-dollar industry I'm going to have to tap into, too.
Right. Multiple streams of income.
That's right. So we spoke about you being a hairstylist and the different trends. What about the trends of, being a adoptee? Like, what are even like the structure, maybe through paperwork, or even like just kind of give like a brief overview of the process, and then kind of break down the trends and history.
So I was adopted at 2. So my memory of like the whole process with like paperwork is a little bit vague. I would have to do more, like talk to my mom with that.
Okay.
But for sure, the process, normally how it starts is, at least what my mom said, is when I was in foster care, basically once she went through the process of whatever that paperwork was, she would start to do visits with me. You know what I mean? So while I was still in the foster home in Warren, Ohio, my mom would come and visit me and everything like that. And then after a while, that's when they would actually, I have a picture of me in like the courtroom. So the actual state of Ohio makes the adoption permanent into what it is. And then you move to wherever you're going to move. Now, something that some people don't know is the fact that when a child is adopted, you can change their name. Okay, so I go by Khayla Monique. Okay, that is my biological name. My name was not changed. Khayla and Monique were not changed. So a lot of times when I introduce myself, you're going to hear me say Khayla Monique, because of the simple fact my biological last name is Reed. My adopted family is McCrary, but they're both my family. So you'll hear me say Khayla Monique. So basically, after I got adopted, the next step is basically where someone from the agency came to visit me for like maybe 6 months into the first year, just to make sure I was adjusted good. And then after that, you're an adoptee. So now you're in this new environment with this new home. You're adjusting to new parents, new family members. And again, I don't remember all of that because I was so young.
Yeah.
But that's the process. And some adoptive parents are good about talking to you about it and explaining that to you, but some aren't. And that's also why I want to do the work that I want to do, because it's kind of, some adoptees know, because I have an adoptive cousin who's not that into it. She's cool with where she is, but you have me,
right,
where I'm super inquisitive and I want to know. So that's kind of the process of adoption. Yes, you do your paperwork, depending on if the child's in foster care or newly born. So there's a couple little things that can make it a little unique to each person.
Okay, wow. And what are some of the things you would want to change about that system?
Ooh, so some of the things I would want to change is the fact that anyone who is dealing with children affected by foster care or adoption, I feel like that individual should be able have some type of experience to adoption or foster care, because again, you heard me talk about empathizing versus sympathizing.
Right.
And for me, it's so easy for me to get on that level because I empathize. I've walked in their shoes. And a lot of times it's kind of hard for others who haven't to do that and to really understand where a person is coming from. So I think there should be more in-person conversations with adoptees present to speak to potential adoptive parents, potential foster parents, just so they understand what it is, fully understand the role that they're stepping into. Because sometimes it can be from a selfish perspective because they want to have a baby and they can't.
Right.
And here's my baby, but not thinking about that baby still has struggles. They still have their own individuality. There's things that you're going to need to understand to be able to truly care for that child, which I feel like nobody really understood me because they weren't affected by it. They were like, ooh, wow, but couldn't give me anything. So I think that more people affected by adoption should be helping to make those decisions and educating potential foster and adoptive parents.
Wow.
For sure.
And, you know, me being again in media and more so documenting these powerful stories, elevating positive stories, what role does media play, you know, in this situation? And is it enough media in this space that's telling these stories? And
me personally, I don't think there's enough media. Like, I know there are places in Cleveland that do things like Fostering Hope, Adoption Network. But for me personally, I don't see it broadcasted enough, like on TV or on big media, you know, podcasts, or like say on Fox 8 News, Channel 5 News. Like, there's not enough media exposure for it. So I feel like a lot of people are uneducated because they have to go looking for it themselves, rather than it being on media, like you said, like when they're talking about murder or politics. Let's talk about what's happening with all of these children.
yeah,
So,
wow.
yeah, there needs to be more media.
Yes, yeah, we're definitely going to change that. We're definitely changing that. Let me say that. We're definitely changing that now.
Yes.
We're doing that.
Our voices matter. And I say that all the time. Adoptee voices matter because there's so many different forms of adoption that people don't know. You have biracial, you have same-sex, you have kinship, where basically that's someone within the family that takes on the child. Like, I have a sister like that, but she wasn't fully adopted.
Okay.
So it's like, where do I stand? Like, yeah, this is my family, but it's not my mom and dad. You know, so there's so many different things that come with adoption that a lot of people don't know. So that's why I feel like media is going to be a big tool to get it out there, and not just reading material, but actual conversations, so that people can really hear it and it can stick.
Well, I know the people are just going to love this conversation. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
For listening.
And if there's a inspirational word or quote you may give, you know, someone in a tough situation, or even an adoptee or entrepreneur that may be struggling, what are some words that you could give to encourage them?
I would say, because this is something I say to me often, and it may sound cliche, but no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Like, absolutely, unless you give it the power, whether it's a regular person who's just talking nasty about you, whether it's your living situation, maybe you're in a building and it's just not where you want to be. You have a boss that's, you have the control over how that's going to affect you. You still have that control, even if you feel like you don't, you do. You know, you can let somebody say, oh, you're stupid, and really let it mess up your whole day. Or you can take them like, that's their opinion, not mine. No weapon formed against you shall prosper.
It brings me back to one of my affirmations. Also, again, check out Alien Affirmations 123. Yes. Or you can just type in Alien 123. It may pop up. And I say, I'm a magician. I could change my mind in an instant.
Ooh, yes.
I'm a magician.
Yes.
That's it brings me to that. Even the opening statement, like, change your mind, you could change the world. Like,
that too.
These are the type of affirmations that I include.
That too. And I do have another little long one.
Okay, I'm definitely
but I love to say it because most of us we're giving some type of service to somebody else or something. So another one I like to say is, I do wonderful work in a wonderful way. I give wonderful service for wonderful pay.
I'm gonna repeat it after you. Let's go.
I do wonderful work in a wonderful way.
I do wonderful work in a wonderful way.
I give wonderful service.
I give wonderful service.
For wonderful pay.
For wonderful pay. Come on now. Come on now.
And I've used that before and seen, you know, with them clients doing hair and stuff, them tips go a little higher. So it's all about what you say. And then you got to believe it. You got to believe what you say. You know, not just say it. You got to believe it.
You have to believe. And you know what was, crazy as you say that? That's actually how I got my first wedding. See? I was with my old photography partner. We went to the park. We was going to practice some stuff and get some, brand each other. You take photographs of me. I take photographs of you, practicing in different light. And I always said I wanted to jump into weddings.
Okay.
And before we did, we listened to my affirmations that I made. I didn't release this one, but one of them is, I deserve to get the money I deserve. And then I repeated and said in a more powerful tone. That was just one of them, but like it was a lengthy track, almost 7.
Oh yeah.
And probably even longer than that. I have some shorter ones too, but like just listening to that, some great things always come through, and that's how I attracted my first wedding client.
Yes, that is so true. And even with like the vision boards, I have a vision book.
Vision book.
Because I like to keep it with me, and so I can look at it more often. And some of the things are still manifest, but one thing was the speaking opportunity. I had a microphone, me talking and everything before the opportunity even came. And I was sitting down and thinking of one day, I was like, wait a minute, get your vision book. And I looked at the years like I had on there from 2021 to 2023, and that was when I got my very first public speaking opportunity, was in 2023.
So as you speak book, and we talked about the products earlier, even what I'm doing with the podcast, especially my solo podcast in the earlier stages, breaking it up into books, like the transcripts, and then getting the key points and highlights from that, putting it into books, expanding on it.
Yes.
So yeah, I kind of give you that tip to look what you take from each interview and reflect on it, or even use them as examples, like such and such spoke about boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
This is why it's important, and
y'all need to tap into him. Y'all need to tap in. He's always dropping gems. Like, since I met him, it hasn't even been that long.
It hasn't, under a month.
Yeah, under a month.
And we've just been doing the work, like.
Absolutely, dropping so much, but again, that shows that being in alignment. You know what I mean? Again, why I'm so glad I showed up to that event, because it connected me with more amazing people. So it's only up from here. It's only up.
Wow. And we doing the work.
Yes. You got to do the work.
Yeah.
Ooh, you have to do the work. Don't just take in the knowledge. Like, so don't just take what we're telling you and just let it sit there. Actually do what we're telling you.
You have to.
Like, for real. And so y'all not looking at us like, oh, but y'all said, you got to do it. And you have to be consistent.
You have to.
You have to be consistent. Like, I started my journey in 2018. This is 2025. It's taking time, and I'm still growing. You know what I mean? I'm still growing.
How many years is that the difference?
Ooh, my goodness. 18, 19, 20, about 6-7 years or so.
7.
I've been on this journey, and it's like
7 years.
7 years.
Is 7 a powerful number?
Ooh, it is. That's my life path number. And we've been talking about 7s all day. So.
And that's actually my daughter's name too.
Really?
Yeah.
See, look at that. Oh my goodness, the confirmation, guys. Are y'all seeing this confirmation right here?
Wow.
When you're in alignment with where you're supposed to be, and you show up and you really, trust yourself, Oh my goodness. Like, don't be scared. Like, I was scared for so long, and it kept me so stagnant for so long. Once I started to venture out and stop being so scared and put on, like they said, the big girl panties, like, man, like, it's literally just been one thing after another. Like, it's, oh my gosh, it's an amazing. When they say enjoy the journey and the process, that's literally where I'm at. I'm actually able to enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I know we could wrap. Oh, we have to do a part 2 for sure.
We are.
Gonna have
for sure.
to. This is definitely high level. This is definitely inspirational. Appreciate you sharing your story, and like, it amazes me more.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I loved it for sure.
So for those listening in, you know, I'm promoting myself as a business coach. I like to have ideation sessions because I like to have different ideas and bounce them off people. So with that being said, would you hire me as a coach?
Absolutely.
Okay.
10 out of 10, just from the last few days that we've been talking consistently, and how you just been dropping gems on my podcast and the questions that you've been asking me. Like, any question right there. Okay. And sometimes you answer the questions before I even ask the question, so I would.
I've been practicing. I've been practicing.
For sure.
that just goes to, because I go like to a lot of workshops, read books, webinars, conferences, travel outside the state, go to conferences and network. So it's like you said, you have to apply what you know. I know all of this. I take a lot of notes. I don't just keep it in my notebook.
There you go.
I read it, apply it, even stuff I may not even know, but it's like, But I'm sure me staying consistent with my learning, you know, it's going to help with that situation.
Absolutely. Me taking action is how you recorded my trailer that day, because I already had took action on it, so I was ready.
You know what? I'm gonna do something special. That was just in the studio, but we're gonna actually create. I call that the unofficial trailer. We're gonna create an actual trailer on me. Just because I appreciate your vision and the line of work you do and the importance of it. And like you said, there's not enough media in there, so. That's gonna be my, you know, courtesy, and you know.
Aw, thank you. See, y'all need to come check him out.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if he's gonna do everything. You got to talk to him about
that. I don't really do. Just talk. Just send me a message.
You know, we gotta make money.
Yeah, I got babies to feed.
Bills gotta be paid.
That's right. But you know, you never know. Just that's the importance of networking, and you spoke about that too, and even at the workshop, I told everybody find an accountability partner. Now, are you keeping in touch with your accountability partner?
So we are following each other on Instagram.
Okay.
She's liked my post, like actually my trailer and everything like that, but we have not met outside yet together.
Well,
we're still kind of.
I don't want to say met, but maybe I think what I said at that day. You know, keeping communications once a week. Did you do what you were supposed to do this week? So.
We got to work on getting there. We both here.
All right, so.
But yes, we're friends. We have each other's numbers, which I love that too. We make sure we exchange numbers, not just social media.
Right, that's important.
For sure. Get the personal number too, not just social media, because some people they're not on social media all the time.
I'm getting back. I always say that, but then I just be like, did you see my post? I'm like, and it'd be a week later. I'm like, dang. But yeah.
It's okay. We understand.
Yeah. I'm busy living life, and I'm actually doing the work. So that's why I'm not on.
And that's the thing. It's not like you're just gone because you're just gone. You're putting in work.
Yeah.
You know, elevation
through focus and meditation.
See?
Patience. Ooh, yo. Might do a video for that poem.
I think you should.
But after this, we're going to wrap up soon. But reach out, send that message to her. What was her name again?
So, my name on Instagram, at Unshatter'd_Adoptee. At Unshatter'd_Adoptee. Feel free to DM me, send me a message if you have any questions, any suggestions, if you want to work with me. Hey, I would love to have you.
Yes. And if you need another accountability partner, you have two here.
Yes.
So yes, definitely reach out to me also at Alien Eyes Photos, and that's Alien Eyes with a Z, Photos with a S, Alien Eyes Photos on all media, and check out alieneyesphotos.com, And also fan base, who I just happen to be an investor in. Black-owned media, social media by Mr. Eyez the third. Yes, y'all know that his father is a great R&B singer.
Oh.
He's doing great things in Atlanta, and I didn't get to formally meet him in Atlanta at the podcast summit, but I happened to go through the replays. Like, oh, he was there.
Hey.
Heard his story, and just how he speaks about fan base and his brand. I'm like, it's something I could buy into and invest with. So
Yeah.
Find me on fan base also, Alien Eyez Photos. So yeah, I encourage everyone to make an account, and it's for creators to get paid. They have likes, and they also have love. So love, you get half cent for each person that love you. It goes back to the company, and the other half cent goes to you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
For creators,
that's
yeah.
amazing. That's amazing for sure. I definitely got to tap in.
Yeah, and they also have audio rooms like Clubhouse.
Okay.
So they had an audio room. So I want to build out, or I'm building out, with my platform and a podcast, getting a more tourist fan base. So like we having this conversation here. So probably the next time, part 2, I will have it, kind of streaming through the audio with fan base in the audio room. But it's still, I'm still learning platform myself. So
Okay.
But
you got a lot of knowledge, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's just time for me to use it,
Yes, I'm so excited you are.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, any closing words for the people? For the creative entrepreneurs specifically?
Keep going.
Keep going.
Your vision, keep going, and your vision has purpose. Keep going, and your vision has purpose.
Keep going, and your vision has purpose. I love that. Well, Miss Khayla Monique, I want to appreciate you for taking this. Is actually my first interview with this podcast.
Hey,
My first.
First guest. Yes.
I jumped out the solo realm. It's my first interview.
Yay,
for the
I love
podcast.
it.
Yes.
I love it.
So,
and you got a retwist with it.
We got a we see knocking 2 birds. See, anybody that know me, I love preaching. Knock out 2 birds with one stone.
Yes.
And that's what we did there.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Got the retwist done. Did an interview. Content. Come on.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh my God, I cannot thank you enough. Right on time. Right on time. Yes. So, with that being said, this has been Alien Eyez Photos Industry Talk. Like, share, follow. I'm trying to get away from subscribe, because subscribe could mean, a monetary thing. But subscribe. But also subscribe because I will have different content that'll be under a paywall, But, like, follow, reach out, send a message, engage, build a community, book me as an event photographer, book me as a coach. Let's just get to work. Yes. Thank you for tuning in. Again, this is Alien Eyez Photos Industry Talk. Until next time, thank you. Peace.
Hey, you did that.
Yes.